All right, let's get back to it. Go ahead and talk to Kryl and then Wuk Lamat. Actually, what quest is this? City of Stairs. What part are we on now? Right, okay, so we got 3 more quests to do. Let's go ahead and talk to Kryl and Wuk Lamat and get started. Or continue on. Creation stories are often rooted in true events. Given the similarities, could it be that Tural's legend was inspired by Hydaelyn's clash with Zodiark? Maybe, but we kind of assume that every single culture in the world is like Hydaelyn and Zodiark, so that seems a little, how should I say this? Narrow-minded. Anyway. A City of Stairs. Wuk Lamat is ready to commence the second half of Tuliyollal tour. We'll head west next, towards the Arc of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigible. What the heck is this supposed to be? Is this a real word or is this something they made up? You have dirigibles too? Tuliyollal certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. Creation missed the we got that one already. The Arch of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something of interest as we walk. Which means there's probably gonna be a speech bubble that I need to make sure to hit. Let's see, right here. Nope, there's no speech bubble. And it looks like I can't just teleport over there, so let's get running. I feel like the spacing on these aetherytes are a bit odd. Then again, I don't really expect there to be like anything in this area anyway, or like this area. Well, the things you can get to this area from this aetheryte. It's mainly like this whole stretch right here, which doesn't really have a good place, a good aetheryte position. But we're almost at the spot, so hopefully we don't have to do that too often. Oh, Kryl's the one we're talking to this time. I'm still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of a Yokhu temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Tural, to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After the Yokhu withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tural. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the house they built... Are we supposed to be able to see the palace from here? He gathered artisans to do the work, and the house they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tuliyollal. We climb these sets of stairs here, all the way up. Kryl, I'm sorry. Good thing you have magical legs and we just walk this, we just run up this like it's a slope instead of a bunch of stairs. So she said all the way up, and then, yeah, there's a speech bubble here, so we'll make sure to get that. Yep, all the way up. Oh, there we go. This reminds me of, in WoW, the BFA, place. Tural? No, I can't remember what it's called. It's the Horde BFA city. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway. Papa's palace is called Valok Shunsa, which roughly translates to Invincible Resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be back here again later. Let's move on for now. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what that carving at the top represents. Looks like a what's the right cultural name for this? A South American? I don't know, whatever. Let's head on down to the talking point. Oh good, it's right next to an aetheryte. Yeah, I guess, yeah, there's stairs here. Let's go ahead and get the mini aetheryte first. Alright, what? Yeah, she said this was the residential area, but why are we talking to Tural? So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all the Tural clans. Wamulja, Zibral, Pelu, Moblin, and Hanu. Oh, okay, so these are the Tural versions of the Eorzea tribes. We also have Tonawauta, Ret Sorrow, and Shetona, who lived south from their ancestral lands in Tural. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Tural. A true representation of Tuliyollal's diverse character. The adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. Oh good, we're going down, not up. Feels satisfying to get the tiny little bit more of air since these are somewhat steep staircases. Huge drum? Oh, that thing. Okay. That big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the land guard's return from a dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Wuk Lamat, what are you doing? Earned me a proper scolding. Let me tell you, I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by my ankle. I'd never seen such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? A big stick. Anyway. Looks like, where are we actually going? I think, yeah, we already did that one. So, yeah, we're heading around the corner here. Let me grab this, this exclamation point just to get rid of it. First, we're gonna ride our alpaca porters and not our chocobo porters. Alright, which one are we talking to here? Wuk Lamat. And here are our dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I have no idea what that is. I hear other nations use airships to sail the sky, but you only find balloons in Tuliyollal. Oh, okay, their method of transportation. We have them for the exact same reason as the aetheryte. Guano brought back the plans from Charlian, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to our settlements. We've added flights to our settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. You know, I said while we were on the ship that, like, they don't have airplanes, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I just realized, wait a minute, they have airships. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Arch of the Dawn awaits. Alright, it's over this way, right? Nope, over that way. What is this gonna end up being? An airship? This is the airship landing. Also, while I'm here, I guess I'll go grab the mini aetheryte, even though I suspect we're gonna come back here at some point. So let's just head on over to the Arch. Alright, well, come on, what can you tell us about this Arch? This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as the Tural Landgate. But when Papa founded Tuliyollal, everyone began using its present name in the honor of his great achievement. Through this gate is Kozomauka, the wetland south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kozomauka, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Ah, the alpacas. That's right, they've never seen them before. Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. Fearsome. They seemed quite placid to me. You've never seen them spit. You'll learn soon enough, Kryl. You'll learn soon enough. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. Alright, let's see. We're heading back to the center? No. Not that far. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap up this quest. First, we'll talk to Kryl, of course. Are these pillars what Wuk Lamat wanted to show us? Maybe. If you wish to learn of the history of Tuliyollal, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? Yeah, they probably have like the city's history or something. Heh, this spot captured Kryl's attention. Of course it did. She's a nerd. A saga in stone. Kryl regards the stone pillars curiously. What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations. If you take a really good look, you'll see there is something much more interesting. Yeah. Wait out that. Let's wait at the destination. Following the event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel pending duty finder. Yeah, okay. Inspect the stone pillars? Sure. I can see. This reminds me a bit of how the Qatari quests when we had to do the stone thing. And we had to like figure out their history. And they had created those, I forget what they called it. I think they called it a stele or a stele. I think it's actually called stele. This is kind of similar to that, except it's a carving in stone. Pictures. Wait, no. These are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mamul jaw. Oh, then this must be... That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Kalol Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliyollal saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tuliyollal came to be. Study them as long as you like. So what, we're gonna get a big history lesson? Like just one big cutscene saying, the story of everything was because of this. Oh, this is interesting. I did not expect this interface. Okay. Let's work left to right. This pillar tells of the lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer Ket something. I can never remember the name. You mean Ketin Ram? Ah, that's the one. Ketin Ram's arrival in Tural was what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It's said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, if not in blood. But no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Hittenram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. The records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Right, let's do Lay of Reeds. This is a lot like at the beginning of, in Endwalker when we went to the Sharlayan library and learned about the history of Sharlayan. Except, this is more like, hey, this seems like, this is pretty much the same thing. I don't know why I don't like this as much for some reason. Anyway. I think I was just a lot more interested in learning about Sharlayan than I was about learning about this place. Anyway. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu Hanu in their village in Kozamauka. Ah, the people Alphanode almost mistook for Vanu Vanu, if not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are bright and cheerful sorts. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. Okay, I said I was going to left to right, but I think I'll go through each of these, whatever, it doesn't matter that much. Lay of Respat, or was it? Repast, okay. This one recounts the Lay of Repast. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is the Zabral, like me. For decades, the Zabral and the Mumulja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in founding Tuliyollal. There was a clan of Hrothgar and Bozja known as Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men serve as devoted subjects. Simps. Yet here in Tural, Zabral men and women appear to be of equal status. But dramatically, cultures can vary with the location. Okay, so that's their explanation for why they didn't have female Hrothgar before. Because they were all ruling the people and the men were the ones doing the work. Anyway, let's do the Lay of Pots. Let's see. This is the Lay of Pots, which depicts the Moblins of Kozamauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silverwork they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly, the Vanu aren't the only people with distinct Tuali counterparts. Yeah, because these guys are like the goblins that we have. They just made them moblins. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Actually, let's not move on because it looked like I wanted to see the sun. Yeah, the sun was rising right there as we were doing this, and I noticed it was at the dawn. Unfortunately, I clicked away too quickly. But let's talk to Wuk Lamat and move on to the next part. Yeah, we're done. Let's move on to the second paragraph. Start with the left one, the Lay of Gold. The Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu Pelu, whose homeland is in Urkopacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuliyollal's merchant markets, and their traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tural. Don't let their size fool you. Oh, these are going to be like the kobolds? They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they're clever and calculated traders. Oh, okay, those are the little kid things that I've been seeing. I thought it was just like a regular mask, but apparently that's like, I mean, it looks like it is a mask, but apparently they're not just children. Lay of Ice. Oh, this one is my favorite. The Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Tural Vidral, Valigarmanda. I should explain. A Tural Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. Tataru described the Far Eastern auspices in similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Vilgarmonda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned of the destruction and terror it visited upon Tural every time it stirred from its slumber. Well, that sounds annoying. But 80 years ago or so, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urko-Pacha Mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Vilgarmonda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness in Tuliyollal's national emblem and adorning the banners at the palace. Alright, next is Lay of Proof. Ah, the Lay of Proof. That big fellow of the Yokhei Hui, or I think it probably is like Hui, the largest of Tural's peoples. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Tural. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northwards, setting their sights on Tural. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Skygate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they'd conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urko-Pacha. I've never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Turali history? Probably some great cataclysm. Next is a blank pillar. It's probably going to be the next Dawn Servant once they select them. Oh, this one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter in Tuliyollal's history, whatever it might be. Clearly, she's going to be on there. Had your fill of history then? Yep, let's move on. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. Me too. No surprises there, seeing as I couldn't keep anything down for a while, but now I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of a local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. Are you paying? I like the sound of that. Like they were just gonna walk off without me. It's like, oh, you can just go to the convenient quest marker. And they did leave me. Alright, yep, looks like there's a restaurant thing over here. Did I get this one already? Let's go ahead and grab this while we're here. This mini aetherite. I don't think that's been activated yet. Yeah. And then we'll head into the restaurant. Also, this day theme is so jazzy. And again, like I said, the horns are slightly loud, but it sounds good. Okay, Cryle. What a lovely establishment. I'm reminded of the Bismarck in Limsa Luminza. Have you ever had tacos? I mean, yeah. But I mean, my character hasn't. They're a Tuliyollal classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here in Zebolyav Tiri best. And I need one right in front of me, right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with Old Baroque Ivu. Sounds good to me. Let's see. Let's take the quick way down. All right, let's get our tacos. Every dish looks delicious. At the risk of sounding like Wuk Lamat, the mere sight of so much fine cuisine is making me ravenous. Understandable, Kryl. That's a normal reaction. This is Brukavu, the owner. Don't let his unassuming appearance fool you. When it comes to making tacos, he's the greatest artisan in all of Tural. Alright, what you got for me?
Brukavu!
Brukavu, okay.
My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
I'll take 2.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Did you hear the Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing.
Oh, didn't they mention
including their
some?
leader.
I think somebody mentioned that on the boat.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
I mean, that's where it originated. I hope so.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Now, to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
I mean, that looked like a decent view to me. Also, I prefer soft tacos, although with the way that if you do hard tacos right, like I don't like the I don't like the ones that you can just buy package.
If it isn't the third promise.
Oh, no.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
You stepped on my tacos. Prepare to die.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuk Lamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Yeah, this is about what I expected. So she doesn't have the best
Was there
reputation here.
something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us. Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneeveling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
I think we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
All peoples are equal in Tuliyollal. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is
equal to
Is now
ours.
really the time.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense. Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Yeah, I can't wait to beat this guy.
Listen to me, you.
Especially since he stepped on my taco.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo,
Taco.
the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubiko and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Except beating them, but, you know.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuk Lamat know. Destiny
The
calls.
poor tacos.
Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
No, we must get tacos now.
So it goes.
Ah, no tacos. Maybe we'll get tacos tomorrow. No, I mean like in real life. Brooke Evu, I forgot how they said it. Brooke Evu's lovingly made tacos went to waste, and it's all that brutish Baku Jaja's fault. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Tuliyollal's cuisine, and we should hurry and join Alphonode and the others at the palace. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the Resplendent Quarter, or even the eastern side of Talon March, if you prefer. I prefer teleporting up there. Now that you have an idea of how the city's laid out, I'll let you find your own way to Volok Shunsa. Ah, my poor empty belly. Alright, let's head on over to this Aetheryte and just teleport. I did not. Crud. I actually have to head all the way up there, don't I? Yeah, so let's just head right through the center. I'll teleport to the central Aetheryte, even though that's not actually any closer. I guess it would be faster for me to go to the Resplendent Quarter. And then take these stairs up. Thankfully, it looks like there is a mini Aetheryte by the palace, so we'll be able to just teleport to there in the future. Ooh, that is quite a sight. Whoop, that's not the button I meant to press. That's also not the button I meant to press. Alright, let's get this mini aetheryte so we don't have to run that length again. And I guess let's head inside. I just let anyone in? Okay. Oh, yep, here's everyone's here. Let's talk to everyone and wrap this one up. Let's see, this is a saga in stone. And yeah, there's one more quest after this I want to get done today. And then I think we'll wrap up after that. Do you have a better feel of the city now? Yep, sure do, especially with this very convenient map. There are so many narrow, winding streets. But even if you get lost, all you have to do is keep your head up and you'll arrive at the palace eventually. Yep, that's true. The food is amazing. I wish I could have had some. A passing mumbled jaw let us try a fruit called cherry moya, and it was just sublime. You got any left? We saw a two-headed mumbled jaw on our way here, another claimant in the right of succession, according to Aaronville. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. You made it. Good. Then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever.